What if we had the fountain of youth that could make humans stay young forever? Well, no one knows of its existence yet, but some unique people have been able to live much longer than the average human, even without this elixir. The unique people in today's video all lived more than 100 years, and some even lived through multiple wars. Here are 10 of the oldest people in the world, so get ready to be wowed. Before we dive into this list, make sure to leave a like on this video. Also, if you would like to join this month's Star 5 giveaway of a brand new iPhone 14, then all you have to do is subscribe to our channel and watch this video until the end to find and comment the hidden message. Good luck. Number 10, Kane Tanaka. Kane Tanaka is often regarded as the oldest certified living human being in the world, though her records show that she was born on the 2nd of January in 1903, which makes her approximately 119 years old. Her family revealed that her actual date of birth was the 26th of December 1902. The mix-up resulted from her parents putting off the birth certificate as they thought she was not going to live long due to premature birth, which is quite ironic if you ask. In 1922, Kane, who was 19 years old at the time, married Hideo Tanaka, her cousin, and both couples set up a noodle shop where they sold rice cakes. They had 2 daughters and sons, but unfortunately, the girls died as babies. Kane's husband died at the age of 90 in 1993 after 71 years of marriage. On the 2nd of January 2022, Kane celebrated her 119th birthday, which happened to be the last birthday before she died. Number 9. Marcelino Abad Tolentino. 122-year-old Marcel Abad Tolentino revealed that he was born on the 5th of April 1900. However, the most shocking thing about his existence is that, based on current reports, he's still very much alive and active. He lives in the small district of Chaglu, Peru. When envoys from his country's pension system came to deliver his monthly income, they discovered he was living in a vegetable garden with 3 cats, 2 dogs, 6 hens, and 2 roosters. Apparently, he was so poor that he had never set his eyes on a 50 Peruvian sol bill, hence why his pension was delivered in 10 Peruvian sol bills. On account of having no birth certificate, Marcelino had never voted, gone to school, or even had an ID. From his testimony, as well as corroborated memories of other elderly people, the Peruvian vital statistics system was able to create an improvised certificate for Marcelino. During his early years, Marcelino worked as a food vendor at festivals in several towns, and on other days, he worked as a laborer on farms. At number 8, Jose Coelho de Souza. Brazilian Jose Coelho de Souza claimed to have been born on the 10th of March, 1884. Precisely 4 years before the abolition of the slave trade in his country. Jose resides in a small town in the state of Acre. Irrespective of the fact that his ID clearly states his date of birth, numerous researchers were still very much doubtful about his age on account that he lost his parents when he was very young, and his older sister had him listed in the system. Also, researchers were unable to locate Jose's baptismal certificate in any records for 1884, after searching through a couple of files. There are some who believe that his documents were lost in the 1970s. This, however, didn't stop Jose from claiming his right to be recognized as one of the oldest men in the world. It should be noted that Jose reached the age of 133 years until his death on the 24th of August, 2017. Number 7. Elias Loaiza. It's practically impossible to reference some of the oldest people in the world without talking about the oldest Colombian, Elias Loaiza. The Colombian was born on the 22nd of February in the year 1905, and he's currently 117 years old. He fathered 7 children and has a total of 169 grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. It was revealed that so many relatives attended his 116th birthday that he was unable to recognize all of them. His descendants are a product of his relationship with his wife Hermelina Monslave, which has lasted more than 70 years. His wife is still very much alive and is over 90 years of age. For a man who's over 100 years of age, Elias remains healthy and active, a lot of which he attributes to staying away from bad habits. Today, Elias spends a greater part of his day relaxing on his land, drinking wine, taking a shower with stored rainwater, praying the rosary with his wife, and working on his farm. He has maintained this unique routine for over 40 years. Number 6. Thelma Sutcliffe. Thelma Sutcliffe, born on the 1st of October of 1906, comes second to Hester Ford as the oldest living American, having attained 115 years of age and 108 days old before she died. She is a native of Nebraska, and to date she is recorded as the oldest person in the United States and 7th in the world. Thelma celebrated her last birthday in a nursing home and was unable to see any outside visitors as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. At age 17, Thelma got married, but she and her husband never had any kids. It was revealed that Thelma lived on her own, did her laundry, played bridge a couple of times a week, and exercised every morning until 2017 when she moved into an assisted living facility in Omaha. Number 5. Hester Ford. Born on the 15th of August in 1905 in Lancaster, South Carolina, Hester Ford holds the record as the second oldest United States citizen based on the Gerontology Research Group. Hester was born in 1905 and she died on the 17th of April 2021. Although some news recently made its way to the spotlight after some old census records were found by the family members of Hester, revealed that she might actually have been born in 1904. This new discovery did not change the stance of the Gerontology Research Group, which has continued to stand by its claim that she was born in 1905. Since birth, Hester has worked many jobs, and in 1953 she moved to North Carolina, where she worked as a nanny for over 20 years. She had 12 children with her husband John Ford, and it was revealed that she has 68 grandchildren and 120 great-grandchildren today. Number 4. Francisca Celsa dos Santos. Francisca Celsa dos Santos' age wasn't verified, not until the summer of 2020. Although she died at the age of 116, she is the oldest person in Latin America whose age was validated by Gerontology Research Group. Since her birth on the 21st of October 1904 in Brazil, Francisca has worked as a clothing merchant and a housekeeper. She married her husband Raimundo Celso in 1935, and they had 6 kids together. Ever since she lost her husband in 1979, she never once considered getting remarried. Before her death in 2021, Francisca Celsa dos Santos had been having issues with walking, and as of 2019, she had been in the care of one of her 3 daughters, Nizette Montero, who was 73 at the time. Francisca Celsa dos Santos died from pneumonia on the 5th of October of 2021 in Fortaleza, Ceará, Brazil, at the age of 116 years and 349 days. Number 3. Sarah Naus. Sarah Naus was born on the 24th of September 1880 in a mining town in Pennsylvania. She was regarded as the 3rd oldest duly documented person, which has been corroborated in numerous censuses. Her marriage certificate also serves as existing proof of her age, as it is dated 28th of August 1901. Sarah and her husband only had 1 child, a daughter born in 1903, and died at the age of 101 in 2005. Sarah spent the remainder of her days at a nursing home where she was fondly remembered by the residents as a gentle and kind soul. Guinness World Records recognized her as the world's oldest living person in 1998, a merit she carried until her death on the 30th of December, 1999. Number 2. Mba Gotho. Mba Gotho is no doubt the oldest man in the world. He was born on the 31st of December, 1870, the same year forced labor was abolished by the Dutch colonial government in his home country of Indonesia. He spent his life as a fisherman and a farmer. Though his ID clearly showed his date of birth, he wasn't, however, recognized as the oldest person in the world by international organizations like the Guinness World Records, on account that Indonesia only started keeping birth records in 1900, making previous dates somewhat unreliable. Throughout his many years on this earth, Mba Gotho has lost many of his loved ones, including all 10 of his siblings, 4 wives, and his children. He eventually died from heart failure at the age of 146 years on the 30th of April of 2017. The most ironic thing about Mba Gotho's story is that his tombstone had already been prepared since 1992. And at number 1, Lucille Randon. The number 1 spot on our list goes to the oldest living person in France and the second oldest validated living person in the world, Lucille Rando. She was born on the 11th of February 1904, and a couple of months ago, she celebrated her 117th birthday, while continuing her service as an active nun. She is the first oldest living person to receive the certification of the oldest person in the world at 118 years old. She currently serves as the Vice Dean of the Valois and is popularly known as Sister Andre. Her memories are still exceptionally sharp, even though she uses a wheelchair and has lost her eyesight. Lucille also revealed that she survived both world wars and often recounts how difficult things were during that period. Although her retirement home was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021, she miraculously beat the virus to retain her title as the oldest living person in the world today. And that wraps up today's video. Do you know anyone much older than anyone on this list? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from Star 5. Thanks for watching.